So in this second section, I'm going to show you an incredibly easy way to get started with the KX10. We've been through the various functions and how the key panel works, how the data wheel works, and how these little conductor stroke volume buttons work at the side of the screen. We've also had a look at intros, endings, the accompaniment, and the fill-in buttons. Now, wouldn't it be nice if the instrument would do all that for you? Well, it will. I've started from power off again so that we can go through step by step how to achieve this. First of all, we power back on, and of course, as we said before, we start with our grand piano. Now, whereas we looked at sounds first last time, this time we're going to go to styles. So I'm going to press the style button so it knows what mode we're in, and automatically it comes up with the first style, which is style 01, which is an 8-beat. Now, in this particular instance, I'm going to use a bossa nova, and it's style 139. So again, let's follow our same rule. Hold the 1, jumps over, 3, 9, or we could have dialed the wheel round. Now, rather than have to go through setting our own voicing up, setting our own volumes, or switching the auto accompaniment on, all I need to do is press one button that says automatic setup. And in the centre of the screen, a little square lights up with a finger pointing to a button. That means the automatic setup is on. Now what that's done is set up a sound in right 1, right 2 and the left. It's automatically put the auto accompaniment on. We can see that from the little black arrow top at the side there. And the intro light is ready because the beat buttons are pulsing away in the screen. So all I need to do now is press my first chord. And we'll get the intro. Don't change your chord during the intro, just let it play the intro and then begin to play. Now again, I can see from my main screen here that the first sound that's being used is actually right 2, because that's the one with the little black arrow by it. There's nothing by right 1. So there is a sound ready, but it's not switched on at the moment. And if you remember, by using the double button push, the plus and the minus together, we either switch a section off or on. So what you're going to hear me play now is a piece using the automatic setup here. You may see me swap from sound to sound. You may see me leave both on so that we get the sounds mixed. And I may use the fill-ins to take us between the variations, like this. So there you go. I used different sounds individually. We started with the flute. I changed to right 1, which had a jazz guitar in. Then we had them mixed together. I used variation A and variation B. Now fill-in 1, when you press that, will give you a 1-bar drum fill and take you to variation A. Obviously, if you're already on variation A, it will stay on variation A. If you then press fill-in 2, that will give you a 1-bar drum fill and then take you to the busier variation, variation 2. So a simple way to use the automatic setup. Now, if we leave that automatic setup still on, so that the indicator is still showing it's still on, I'm going to go to another style now, That's in the ballroom section. I'm going up to 193. Now I've chosen to use the data wheel. I could have typed the numbers in again. Whichever way you choose to do it, that's up to you. Both ways work successfully. So this time we've got slow foxtrot. Now, I haven't had to touch anything else on the machine. It's now got me ready with the intro light and the synchro start again. It's chosen some different sounds again appropriate. It's set the tempo appropriate for me. So all we had to do was turn the wheel to another style. Now this time, again, I can see from the screen, the first sound that's going to be used is right 1. And again, as we play this, you'll hear me swap to right 2. Let's have a listen to what this is like. Okay, we use the ending again there to finish us off. Now, you may have noticed we had a nice piano sound. We were able to swap to a clarinet there. And there was quite a distinct difference between variation A, which was just a nice strumming jazz guitar with the gentle brushes. B brought some extra sort of band instruments in there and filled the drums out a little bit. One thing I did do, I started to play some block chords on the right hand with the piano, because obviously that sounds more professional if you can do that. Now, we can again get the instrument to do that for us. Let's just go back to the piano. And I'm going to set us going on variation 1 here, or variation A, the simple backing. What I'm going to do with the piano, I'm going to introduce a button here called OMC, which is the Orla magic chord. And what that will do is take any notes you play from the left hand and add them to your right hand melody note, and it really fills it out. I'll start without it and then just bring it in. So we'll just play just a little bit of that again, like this. So that's a nice little feature, the OMC, to make you sound a little bit more professional. What I should point out is that OMC only affects the right 1 section. So if you were on right 2 voice, which in that case was the clarinet, then you wouldn't hear any effect, even though the OMC button's on. But if we went back to right 1, you can hear it's adding some extra notes there to the right hand. So just remember that OMC only affects right 1.